Hey, what's going on YouTube? Game Illuminaughty here. Actually, it's Ethos and JG and Siggy. Say what's up, guys.
What up?
And
Bitch, I'm a cow.
song is fire.
Moo.
So today we're here to talk about, after playing 2 weekends of Black Ops 4, we're gonna discuss a little bit of it and our impressions of this. This is before the blackout mode comes out, so just keep that in mind. So this is more just a focus on how the multiplayer is after weekend 1 and weekend 2. I think out of GI and I'd say maybe just Flock, we're probably the biggest people who played the most of the beta. Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't play it as much as I thought I would, though.
I think y'all played it a little bit more than me, but I would say that we are the seasoned veterans in here, minus Flock, because he's not here right now.
Yeah, Flock was playing for quite a bit. I wish I could have got Flock on this, but you know, like you said, I got a job. I'm busy. So let's talk a little bit about it. So I guess JG, I'd say let's just start with a scoring. Out of 10, how would you rate the beta, like in its current form right now?
The PC version.
Okay,
now,
yeah,
the
sure.
The PC version would get, like, as far as like optimization, graphics, all of that, like no slowdown. I didn't really feel like any technical difficulties besides like one time, and that was actually when I was playing today. It was some texture pop-ins, and I don't know if that happened to any of you all. I was playing on the PC version or even on the console version, but that would be like the one thing that I saw, like from a technical standpoint, that I was like, wait a minute. But it only happened one time, and it was only on one map. I would say, like, overall, just for that aspect, and that aspect alone, just from a technical standpoint, I would give it a solid like 8. And I don't know if that's because it's on battle.net now that it's more stable, but even if it is, if that's the reason, then they did a good job. Activision Blizzard did a good job on that one. But overall, I mean, I would just have to give it like a 6 or a 6.5, because like it's still the same thing. And I would actually argue that from Black Ops 3 to Black Ops 4, it actually got worse as far as just like the type of style that we're used to for Call of Duty, because they're trying to be something else now. I feel like they're trying to be more team-based, and that's just not Call of Duty. No matter how much they want to try, like, only feel like the competitive modes, like the search and destroy, and should not, maybe like barely even hardcore, will be like an actual team-oriented game mode, just the competitive stuff. But like regular team deathmatch, I'm not really trying to be like essentially a team, even though that sounds bad. But just from a Call of Duty standpoint, from like here on to the past, like I've never played like that. Like, you want to be Rambo, you want to rack up the high kills, you want to get all the kill streaks, you just want to decimate everybody, and you got to do that by yourself. Like, you can't have your teammates going around and taking all the kills, but like you can't, like, it's legit impossible for you to get in like multiple gunfights at one time, like just because everybody has so much health. The time to kill is so high now. It just feels like a totally different game, and I don't even know like if I'm actually like happy about that. I thought that I might have been, but no.
So what do you say?
Really gets frustrating.
So when you bring up like it's different, would you actually say like this Call of Duty is very different compared to like what normally Call of Duty has been? Would you say like maybe whether
I can agree with that.
regardless of it being a good or bad thing, would you say like this is probably, for like, let's say for recent memory, this is the most different Call of Duty that we've played? Or would you say it's still like?
But besides Advanced Warfare, because I feel like that was totally different.
Was very different.
Advanced Warfare was like some like that just pissed a lot of people off. That was the whole like argument with the whole "I want boots on the ground" or whatnot.
Right.
That was the start of that. Besides Advanced Warfare, I would say this is the most different. Because even World War II, like that, even though that was in the past, like we've already been there and done that.
I found that
so
very
that felt
boring
more the
because
same.
it was like very, or at least for World War II, because it was trying so hard to be like the old Call of Duty. It was boring, at least just to me.
I didn't even mess with it. So yeah, it's definitely different.
So Siggy, what scoring would you give it out of 10? I don't know whatever version you played on the most instead of Fortnite.
PS4. I played on PS4 only. I gave it overall a 7, but that's based on the fact that I didn't get to play hardcore mode. So my opinion might change when I do, because my biggest complaint so far still is the time to kill.
Okay.
JG pretty much took like everything out of my mouth in regards to what I was gonna say. What's everything wrong with this game? The one thing I do hate though with the whole team aspect stuff is that they have a lot of cheesy stuff in there, like the electric bullshit and all that kind of junk. And then I do think, as far as their menus and stuff like that, how they have everything set up.
Yeah, I don't like the menus either.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
it's just
It's
it doesn't
confusing.
feel right. Yeah, you have to use your
Don't feel
left
American, you know.
stick, and it doesn't feel the same as what you used to in the past. It was simple 10-point system or whatever it is to get your stuff, your loadout, and this is like I don't know what they're doing. It's like they, like you said, they mix everything together from the past and try to make it into one game that has everything all in one. But it makes it to where you're having to take a lot of time figuring shit out instead of just clicking something and everything is done for you.
So I think one of the biggest things that we should bring up is for people who didn't play both weekends. I think everyone's here played like weekend 1 and weekend 2. So
I didn't play weekend 1. I just played weekend 2.
So you guys, so for Siggy, did you feel like, because they did make changes between weekend 1 and weekend 2, would you say that the game drastically got better after like weekend 2's patch, or do you think it was better with weekend 1?
I think weekend 2 was better. I had a better experience playing. I think the maybe they worked on the shielding a little bit because it seemed like not to
The
be
body
as big a
armor
deal
got
as the
weak as
first one.
shit. Yeah,
Yeah,
the body armor
that was
strong.
That was the big improvement.
Keep the body
But
armor
it's
like
still
that.
annoying though.
Yeah, it's still annoying,
It's
but
still-
I can actually kill people. Not like I don't. In weekend 1, I felt like if I engaged in a gunfight and I immediately saw the body armor, I just gave up. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna lose this fight. But like in weekend 2, I feel like I can just melt through it relatively fast. I don't really think it gives them much of an advantage anymore if my aim's better compared to weekend 1, where JG, you weren't there, but like weekend 1 was. I'll even say it, like me and Flock were playing it, and it was frustrating. Like I wanted to bang my head against the wall because it was just.
I heard you all complaining.
It
yeah.
was. It was. The weird thing was that it was nothing like the E3 build that we played. It was like they tweaked everything around and made the game even like more hard to kill people, because in the E3 build felt a lot like how it currently feels right now, where like I didn't feel like it was taking forever to kill people, but you could definitely notice it takes longer to quote unquote kill people. So let's talk about some of the biggest things, because we already talked about like it's still Call of Duty, but I think there's a lot of core mechanic changes that they've done that I guess one could argue that this is probably the biggest change in Call of Duty that we've seen in a long time from like Advanced Warfare. What do you guys think about manual healing?
Again, since I'm in hardcore mode, I'm not used to. I wonder if that's still even going to be there. Because
Do you think it's going to matter in
if you get
hardcore?
hurt.
Do you think it's going to be like it's going to drastically change like how fast you can like recover and kill people in hardcore? Or do you
They
think
might
it's like,
just
I mean, that was
disable it, wouldn't it?
they would just, because that's the whole point of hardcore is that if you get hurt, you're pretty
dead.
much staying in the red forever.
Yeah.
While in regular, you were able to kind of regenerate.
like, do you think maybe
I
they
hope
get
it
rid
just
of?
get rid of it in hardcore. Yeah,
So do you
I
think
hope
they'll
it
get rid
just-
of regen in hardcore? Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
'cause
think so.
I was curious if hardcore was gonna end up being like how the regular time to kill is in most Call of Duties, and then the regular modes are like it's the more enhanced where like it takes longer to kill people. So I was curious like if it's gonna be like that, or if it's gonna be hardcore. It's gonna be like if you get hit by 2 bullets or 3 bullets, you're just dead. Period.
I hope that's what it is. I really do, because I'd rather die right away if they got the drop on me, and same vice versa. If I see them and I shoot them, I want them to die right away.
Right.
I'd rather it be like that than have all the BS in between and
Trying to duck
injecting
and
shit.
jump and yeah.
Or turning around and you get whatever. I don't want any of that. That's why I love hardcore mode.
So I'm opposite of Siggy. I like doing that shit. So I like being able to do that shit. But how about you, JG?
After playing it, I'm still like it doesn't really bother me. I just feel like it's another thing to micromanage. And
Right.
if you don't, because it's very easy to forget. If you played the earlier Call of Duties, it's very easy to forget to like just heal after you get to a fight. Like no matter what, if you got available, just
Spam
just
it.
heal.
Spam it. Yeah.
Yeah, just spam it, like just to make sure that you have all of your health. And again, like it doesn't really bother me. It's just like the whole fact that like
Do you think it
if you're
makes a
in the middle
difference, or do you think it's like it's just like they just added just for the sake of adding, or do you think it actually does make a difference? Like,
Oh no, it
the
definitely
fights and
does.
stuff?
It
Okay.
definitely does. Cause like I said, if you forget to do it, or if you're in a gunfight and like you instantly run into somebody else, like you're dead. You're dead no matter what. So
Yeah.
I guess like it doesn't really matter. But like if you like actually remember to do it like before you get into another gunfight, then obviously like you'll have a better chance. Rather than like if you just forget or you can't do it in time and you end up getting into another gunfight after you just finished one. So like it doesn't bother me, but again like that makes it so much different, and it just adds another aspect of micromanagement to the game.
Okay. What did you guys think about the gun changes? So they added trace rounds where you can see where bullets are coming from now, and then they added like the predictive recoil, which is like similar to like how like Rainbow Six plays and what else is it? CS:GO plays, where like your gun will always have the same sort of recoil compared to like the randomness that it was previous Call of Duties. Did you guys really feel a difference in the recoil, or you feel like all the guns are just like, oh, they're all just spray guns, like you don't really notice any recoil in any of the guns?
I didn't get to level up everything to test everything out, so I probably can't make a good opinion about it. I know what the guns that I play, they all felt kind of the same to me.
Okay.
Whether it was SMG or assault rifle and stuff like that. I didn't get to try out the sniper rifle. But I know the shotguns. I tried that. I was tried. I
Shotguns
think
are trash, straight up booty.
Yeah, if anything, they decided to make shotgun like the worst thing in the game. It's almost pointless. They might as well make it like
the pistols are more like actually powerful compared to the shotguns. Like you have a better chance killing someone in close range with a pistol than a shotgun, which doesn't make much sense. But
yeah, it doesn't make sense. Yeah.
Yeah. What about you, JG?
I'm in the same boat with Siggy. Only got a chance to try the SMGs and assault rifles. It felt the exact same. And like, to be honest, like in a lot of times, again, you get into one gunfight with one person and you spray them. Either you die or they die, and then here comes another person, and like you're trying, desperately to defend yourself and trying to survive that gunfight as well. Like I didn't feel a huge difference about it. Like the thing that bothered me, and again, that's just a thing with Call of Duty. Like the sensitivity starting off is so freaking high.
Yeah.
Like I'm just saying myself, like I don't want to be that person who just like spraying and praying. I'm trying to like actually like aim my shots.
Right.
And I'm like, damn, I gotta turn my sensitivity
down to
It's
2
so
or something.
high.
Right.
Beginning, yeah. So I was really battling more with the sensitivity than like the actual recoil of the gun.
Is this on
felt
PC
like
you're saying, or is this on like PS4 as well?
No, this is PC because again, I didn't play the PS4 version this go around, but we played the PS4 version at E3. And again, once you have the auto aim, the aim assist, then that's a whole different story as far as like actually aiming. But with the PC version, this was the problem with the sensitivity. But yeah, the PS4 version, again, when I played the E3, I didn't have a problem with it. I felt like when I was aiming, it was actually like going in the right direction. So I didn't have like too much of an issue like actually controlling the recoil of my gun. So again, like I understand that they made changes, but I'm not like technical enough to like try out all the guns. I didn't do all that.
Spray at a wall and see.
To really see like if it makes a huge difference. It felt more the same to me. So
okay. Game modes and maps. So this beta you have, well, I guess biggest thing is, so they've made it 5v5 and not like I think what's called usually 6v6, I think, for normal modes. So it's 5v5. Did you guys really notice a difference like when you're not playing TDM? So if you're playing the TDM mode, it's the regular 6v6, but in the other modes, did you guys, the let's say objective based modes, did you guys like notice the map being too big because there's less people, or did it still feel the same fast pace?
It felt fast paced. It might have felt a little too fast paced in sometimes because I don't know if it's the spawns that they messed with, but those things are so sporadic. So I couldn't figure out where exactly everybody's spawning because it seems like I spawn one side of the map and then all of a sudden I'm with them on the other side of the map. So I don't know if they're doing that as more of a revenge based spawning like they did before some of the Call of Duties. I don't know.
Right. So what did you guys think of the new game mode? So they had Control and they had the Heist game mode, which they showed. Did you guys have any feelings towards those, or they're just like, yeah, they're alright?
I liked Heist, Control. Both of them were pretty much variations of the other one. Heist reminded me of a faster paced search, and then Control is just like a domination with a little bit more of.
What did you think, Siggy, of the like down and out mechanic? It's definitely battle royale-ish, but like, what did you think about that, like in a search and destroy setting?
Yeah, I thought actually I liked it better because it makes it to where, especially that one game where I clutched it, it makes it feel better. And that's what I like about battle royale games. It makes you feel happy to win the game. You know what I mean? Like whenever you win a TDM, it's just okay, whatever, we won. Let's go to the next one.
Right.
Whenever you win something that's like that, where you feel like you actually accomplished something, it makes it
satisfaction.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yep.
What about you, JG? Did you feel?
I like the new game modes. I mean, I like that they're like at least attempting to put a variation on some of their older game modes, and obviously taking cues from other games to do that. So when I saw the down and out, I was like, what the hell is this, man? I'm like, oh, you got to double tap it and kill them. So it brings another aspect because all of a sudden, like, you could down like 2 people, and then all of a sudden, like, another teammate comes around, and you got to figure out what you want to do. Do you want to confirm the kills, or do you want to have to actually go at the other person too? So I've seen some crazy plays in that game also. I like Heist the most out of those two, Heist and Control. Okay. But I feel like it was still the same pace. to me. It was still kind of the same pace, but again, like you got to watch out for everything else because all of the gadgets and whatnot. So it kind of like impedes your movement a little bit, but
Right.
it's not so much that it just slows the game down to a halt. In my opinion, it still feels the same.
Okay. So, I guess, what do you guys like overall just like feel like the game is like speed wise? Do you think it's like the fastest Call of Duty we've ever played? Because I'll be honest, my experience on both platforms that I've played, this is the first Call of Duty I played in like an open player environment where no one was camping. Like I didn't really notice anybody like.
And that's why I think the spawns have a big
Yeah.
thing with that.
Everybody's like constantly trying to shoot each other every second. I'm running into somebody trying to fight me, and it's never like somebody who's always in one location. I think only once, and it was on PS4, did I deal with like a sniper in one location. But like we could easily clear him out of the little. It's on Contraband. You know, like down the middle lane. There's like that little building on the left that a sniper can hide in and shoot out at. There was like a guy there, but like someone threw a grenade in there and just killed him. So like, did you guys like have that same feeling? Like, did it feel like, is this like the fastest Call of Duty? Is this a slower Call of Duty? Is this the fastest you ever played? Is it more like what would you compare it to? I guess speed wise.
Yeah, you're right. It is super fast. I think like JG alluded to, where it was you might forget sometimes to inject yourself a heal. I found myself forgetting about my score streaks also. So so that's one thing that it was so quick that I forget I have them. And also it is so difficult to get so many kills in a row. It seems. I bet you there's going to be a lot of people complaining about the score streak system too, though, how much it costs to get certain ones, because it's almost inattainable. So
well, oh yeah, go ahead, Gigi.
Oh, I would say it's fast, but it's not the fastest. I would actually argue minus the camping, because I feel like, again, once the game comes out, it's going to go back to what it was as far as the campers. I just feel like this is the early stages, so people are still trying to figure everything out. They're still trying to fill everything out. So, and especially the maps that we had as a small sample size, they don't have too many places to actually camp at or to sit at one time. So I do agree with you on that part, that like when we were playing, or at least when I was playing by myself, I didn't see really anybody camping, because like you didn't really have anywhere to actually sit up and make a fort. But again, once the other maps come through, it all depends on the actual map style as well, the design of the map. People are going to find places to camp, because I even seen it and I forgot what the map was, but it has like that big ass middle area. I seen a whole team just like camping that whole area and just watching every side, and like someone was just laying down. So again, like there's going to be those people that are going to do that regardless. But
I have seen a few people lay down. That's one thing they definitely take advantage of. Is the laying down.
So they definitely are. So like I say, it's always going to be those people that are going to do it. And when the actual game comes out, it's going to be 10 times as worse. But I would honestly argue that Black Ops 3 was a little bit faster, just because you can run on walls and stuff. I felt like people were actually like trying to take advantage of doing everything else besides like just sitting in one spot. But again, there's always going to be those people that are going to chill there. So I would say it's fast, but not the fastest one that I played.
Okay. And then talking about like scoring and score streaks. I don't know if you guys noticed. So originally, like I was complaining too. So yeah, I agree. Like the score streaks, it takes 5 kills to get a UAV, which back then that was not the case. It used to be way easier to get those type of 3 kills. But I noticed I don't know if you guys noticed, but they fundamentally have changed the scoring system compared to the other Call of Duties. So if you guys remember back then, if you were shooting at somebody and someone else took your kill and people would get pissed at you, it would be like they get the kill, they get 100 points, and you get like 50. Or if you get the kill and like let's say you shoot at somebody, you get 50. I don't know if you guys noticed, but they've changed it now where it's kind of Overwatchy, where if you just shoot somebody, period, like if you put a bullet in them, you get 100 points. So even if your teammate kills them, you still get 100. And then if you add on top of that, I was like doing the math in my head. If you on top of that, if you have like a crash on your team, like the medic, and you have an assault pack, which gives you bonus points, and then you have like hardline on at the same time, you could get 500 points, I think, in like 2 kills. I think. But yeah, I think like if you kill 2 people, you could literally like just blow through. Because I noticed when I was playing Crash, I could get my score streaks way faster, and I didn't notice until like I started messing around with this stuff, and I was like, wait a minute, the scoring's different now. And then I realized like you get scores, like you get points for everything in this game, like.
See, that goes back to the teammate aspect thing. Where,
they want like team shooting and stuff.
You can boost everybody up with that. Because
I feel like and that's, I hope it doesn't go like, because right now it's not like that. Thank God. Like people are actually running off by their own. No one's like running together as a glump trying to just shoot everybody together, because then we'll end up with like a Destiny 2 situation, which I don't want, because it's a very annoying play style. But would you guys say that, like, how are the score streaks? Like, would you say are they good? Are they solid? Are they meh? Are they weak as shit? Like, I know people usually complain about if they're too strong or too weak.
I thought they were weak still.
So,
It's hard to find like the best ones, the best score streaks when I can think of at the top of my head is Modern Warfare 2 and Black Ops. Those two games had the best ones. I don't know why it's so difficult to go back to that. I like Black Ops or Modern Warfare 3's. And Black Ops 3 had a couple of good ones, but they don't compare to those two games. They're just
so like, what is it? Is it like they have to boost the power of them? Like, are they too weak, or are you saying
I think it's the environment. I think it's the environment. They made it to where everything is against score streaks. You know what I mean? Yeah, like let's say the attack helicopter. In all the old games, they used to shred all the time, right? Now you can just be in the building and they never touch you, never see you. So it's kind of those things where these score streaks, unless you have the dogs, which even the dogs in this game are pretty weak so far, at least with the ones that are from the
talking about like the strike team, right? Or are you talking about the Doge from Nomad?
Yeah,
that dog is stupid. Right there, that dog from Nomad is stupid. I didn't realize it, but if you have cold-blooded on, the dog is like, he just goes full retard and he just stares at you and he won't attack you because you have cold-blooded on. It's like, yo, what? Like, and the worst part is, and I don't understand this. This is something that perplexed me. Treyarch, like, I spent today like literally playing all the specialists and seeing how long it takes to get their special ability, because I think they've definitely nerfed them compared to Black Ops 3, because Black Ops 3 were just insanity. But
you get them a lot.
Yeah, like 4 is like they've definitely made it longer to get them, but it's like, you can get ruins and everyone else is like faster, but the ones that take the longest are like recons, which I understand because that's wall hacks. Nomads, for whatever reason, it takes long as hell. I don't know why, because the dog isn't even that powerful and he's easy to get
one
killed.
dog too, ain't
yeah, it's only one dog,
yeah.
so I don't understand. They've made it like stupid long to unlock. Like, it'll take me 2 rounds just to get the dog, and this is me like killing a lot of people. It just doesn't like load up fast. Like, and but you can get other like lethal streaks faster than, like, ruins is pretty fast. What is it? Crashes is pretty fast to get. Batteries is pretty fast. I don't understand that. I feel like Nomad's dog needs to be like a little faster to get, because he just takes way too long. Yeah, they need to buff the dog. I think the dog shouldn't be blindness to that perk, because I feel like you just stare at your dog like, yo, like, you think he's gonna like attack the enemy and he just stands there and you're just like, why is he not attacking him? So it's very.
I would say the score streaks really don't do that much for me. Like, especially again, this is probably just the maps that we played, because none of them were like super open. Like, the score streaks didn't really matter to me. What was more annoying were the actual specialist abilities, and not even just their main ability.
So real quick, JG, out of all of them, which one was the most infuriating to get killed with?
Oh, you don't even get killed with that electric. What is the electric one?
The Tempest. Do you think Prophet's gun is the most annoying?
Yeah. Now that I think about it, I was like, what the hell just happened? Like, sometimes you just don't see them because, like, you're in the middle of so many battles and a lot is going on around you, and all of a sudden you get electrocuted and you're on the ground and you're like, what the hell just happened to me?
Yep. That one is something.
I would say that those are, again, are the most annoying. Like, I'm not really so much worried about the score streaks right now in the air. I'm more worried about if a person has their special ability or not. I'm more worried about if I'm running into a room recklessly and I get hit by a trip mine.
And I'm more thinking about this stuff in battle royale mode. You know, like whenever they finally have their blackout, all this stuff. Obviously, all these annoying things are going to be every 10 seconds. I would imagine, because I can't imagine that they're going to make it to where you have to level up or use time to have your ability. I'm pretty sure they'll have it off the bat.
It's so many ways that they can go with that. I just have no idea how they're going to.
Do you think they're going to include like the special abilities of multiplayer? Or do you think they're going to just remove it all? Because I feel like Heist is exactly what Battle Royale is going to be like. Because you can't use your special abilities, I don't think, in Heist, right? So like,
I don't even know if we had a chance because it was so fast, right?
Yeah, like do you even really get a chance? That's another thing. Like,
I don't think you do. I'd have to double check, but I could have swore like when I played Heist, I never once got killed by any sort of specialist ability. I don't think. But it could have just been because like the way the rounds happen, like it just takes a long time for you to get it, or they disable them. Like maybe that's what Battle Royale is like. Because I feel like Heist is basically was like they made Battle Royale and they were like, oh, we can apply these mechanics that are in Battle Royale into like our multiplayer, and they were like, okay, let's just do it. And then that's why it's like the down but not out. It's like that's from like Gears of War, like, and also in Battle Royale, like that's in Heist. And the way you get weapons, like you pick up power, and like there's actually armor. Like I don't know if you noticed it, but so they have like light, medium, and heavy armor. And if you actually buy the armor, you'll notice like the character model changes. So like you can actually be seen with heavy armor, and I'm like, this seems like this is supposed to be part of BR. So
that can make sense. So that'd be like the shield, and there's the minis, the big one, and all that. And
like
so
maybe like but like maybe it's like that. Like maybe the things that you unlock in the buy screen are actually going to be items in the world that you have to go and get.
The RNG.
So how would they do it though? Like so if so let's just say the characters you pick doesn't matter what they have. So that means that they have the potential to have any ability if you pick it up.
Maybe not. Like maybe it's just like you only get like maybe it's just skins. So like all the characters are just different skins, but you all start off like with nothing, no power, and then maybe you pick up like health recharge. Like maybe there's the manual healing in the game, and you need to pick up like that's your med kit. Like so that's why they have manual healing. So you need that to heal yourself, and then like just like how in like it is in the heist mode, like you have to pick up the ammo off the ground in the map and stuff like that. Like maybe that's what it's like. I don't know how the abilities are gonna work, like if they're actually gonna make them items you can pick up, or if they're just gonna hide, like there are no abilities. But like I don't know, it'll be curious to see like if they add like Ruin's grappling hook, because I think that would be really good in BR. Or
maybe they can make it like Realm Royale kind of.
Yeah.
Like, they have the special classes in there too, and maybe you just gotta pick it up. Maybe you just have to pick up your power, or pick up like your main power, but you just have a little secondary power that you have that's on the cooldown.
Yeah, that's probably what it's gonna be on the cooldown. That would be the grappling hook and stuff like that. Yep. Maybe. It's interesting though, because I think there's certainly I guess it'd be better to play squads then, because if you're playing solo, even with one ability, you know, you might be outbeat by somebody else's abilities.
Right. So, I guess we can just wrap this up then. So I would say, all in all, for the beta, we already gave a scoring for it. Would you say you are like? Would you say you're interested in buying the game? Or are you on the fence, or are you just like after what you play, you're just like, oh hell no, I'm not even thinking about it.
I found myself playing Fortnite still more than that beta, and that just shows that to me, I'm probably going to be sticking with Fortnite. Now, they did say, or at least there's rumors that, you know, telling everybody to keep the beta because in September they're going to have the blackout, which I'm kind of shocked by that, because this is the make or break for me for this game. If the blackout mode is horrible and they're putting it in beta and I get to try it out before I'm going to play, there's really no reason for me to buy the game if it's a bust. So I'm kind of shocked that they're actually letting us play it. So, you know, a big risk for them. But if it's good, you know, I'll probably get it still. The beta didn't show me enough to where I'm not going to take it, you know, not going to buy it so far. But I'm worried about the blackout mode because, like you said, there's so many questions about how everything's going to work, whether it's RNG, whether it's this, or there's abilities, whether it's the score streaks, how they're going to implement it, how the maps, what are they going to do? Are they going to stack all these maps on top of each other to make a big map? I mean, it's just so many questions for Call of Duty, you know, Battle Royale. So I guess we'll have our answers in September, and that'll be the make or break for me.
All right, Gigi.
Yeah, I want people who are listening to this to apologize. All the people that doubted us when we talked about our initial thoughts at E3, because like y'all are finding out, we were right. So I just want y'all to apologize.
What?
Go ahead and
You're telling me people who get to play the game earlier than everyone else will have like insight into the game?
Yeah, I mean, how about that?
You're just a hater.
That's a crazy.
You weren't at EA Play though, so
yeah, we weren't. Yeah, we weren't at EA Play. But what Siggy said, I feel like they have to give us this beta because, again, like you said, this is a make or break for them. They did not show me enough in this one that I'm like, all right, I'll give Call of Duty another chance. Black Ops 3 was like, it was fun enough that I went ahead and purchased it. But this one, I'm like, no, it's more of the same. And actually, it's a little bit worse because they're trying to implement the team play. I'm not interested in that at all. And that, again, that sounds so sad to say from my aspect, but again, this is a Call of Duty that we're talking about. We're not talking about a Battlefield I'm not talking about any other type of first-person shooter that actually implements a team play. I'm not really trying to see it in the Call of Duty. I understand why they tried to go that route because that's the route that everyone else is going. But I feel like that's what made Call of Duty unique, and it made it more arcadey, and it made it just a pick up and play game with your friends because you can go out, and you could do all this crazy stuff. You could be Rambo, you could rack up all the kills, and get your nice little videos for YouTube and whatnot. As far as the team aspect, I'm just not with it. It's not doing enough for me that I'm actually wanting to go on board with this game. So with the blackout mode and all the questions that we have, they have to make sure that this works, because if it doesn't, then again, people are not going to buy this and they're going to go back to Fortnite like Siggy did. Like they're just going to forget about it altogether, and you're just not going to get their core fan base back, because Activision knows. Obviously, Activision has been seeing this. That's the whole reason why they want to do the battle royale mode in the first place. All these Call of Duty guys went over to Fortnite. All of these, some Overwatch people went over to Fortnite. Some League of Legends people went over to Fortnite. But it was mostly the Call of Duty community that went ahead and just transitioned over to Fortnite. They have to get them back. So with the blackout mode, it's make or break with them. That they don't, it's over, and that's like you're just gonna lose their fan base forever. I don't think they're ever gonna truly come back and praise your game like they once did. So.
Cool.
You got the fake ones already though saying it. That's what's funny. Oh, this is the greatest, beta ever. I don't know how some of these Call of Duty guys can honestly say that, because they haven't really shown anything that makes it to where it's like, oh wow. I mean, they can pretend they have to be paid.
I've actually seen a lot of not a lot, but I've seen some like you know how YouTube is, the algorithm. Algorithm has shown me a lot of Black Ops 4 stuff, and it seems like a lot of the bigger channels who usually post Call of Duty, they're really shitting on the beta. Or let me rephrase that. Weekend 1 they were shitting on the beta, and I agree. I would have shat on the beta too, because that shit was just bad. In my opinion, it was just horrible. But the second one definitely, like, it fixed a lot of issues that I had with, like, the current form of the game, and I feel like the game's, like, in a solid spot now. But I do, like, obviously, like, we already know, like, the people who play Call of Duty every year, they're gonna obviously say it's good because they need the game to be good, because that's their livelihood.
I think that's what it is in the end.
So yeah, that's what it's gonna be at the end. I'd say, so what for you, Siggy? It's a wait and see until blackout, and that's the same with you, JG. Like, if the blackout's fire, you guys would pick it up.
Yeah,
I actually would. Yeah, I would.
Okay. Yeah, I would, because I mean, like I said, Fortnite right now to me is the game that I'm going to be playing all the time so far until Red Dead comes out. But
all right.
But as far as multiplayer, or online, I should say, period, like going online and playing with others, I mean, I don't see any game beating Fortnite for me.
Okay.
So it has to be blackout for it to be good for me to pick it up and say, okay, I'm gonna be playing this every night.
It's like low key, like I don't want to totally shit on Fortnite, but Fortnite is so big now that you just kind of want something to take people away from it. And if it's not going to be Call of Duty, I feel like it's going to be Red Dead. Not even just for the multiplayer, 'cause we don't know what that's going to look like either, but just like period. I feel like when Red Dead comes out, it's going to take a huge chunk of people away who play Fortnite every day. I just want to see something like equally compete, because I feel like at this point, Fortnite was battling heavy with PUBG, but now PUBG is just kind of an afterthought. Only the hardcore people play PUBG, and it's only like a little bit of people playing Realm Royale and like the other little battle royale sprinkled within. But it's really just Fortnite. Fortnite has just propelled so much that it's in a league of its own. So I want something to actually directly compete with it and like really just divide the fan base again. Low key, like even though it's toxic as fuck, like I kind of want people to be like, ew, you're playing Fortnite? Ugh, wow. Get on Blackout. Blackout.
So you want what happened to PUBG? You want that to happen to Fortnite? Basically.
Why you playing this kitty ass game? No, I'm just playing. I don't want to see that, but again, I do stand on my. I do want it to directly compete with it, because I just feel like PUBG it's gone now. Like I don't think there's going to be any really like major thing that they could do to come back. So if Activision can do it and like. And they don't have to be like totally like simulation, because I feel like that's why a lot of people as well like did not really like PUBG, because it was like too realistic. If like they can do it right, just like give that good mix between like arcade, first person, yeah. Like I feel like if they can do that well, then it'll bring a lot of people over there.
Okay, all right. I think that's pretty much it. I don't know if you guys have anything else that you wanted to bring up. No?
Apologize, niggas.
All right. But yeah, that's the discussion of the Black Ops beta weekends. We'll probably be back after Blackout, because I know everyone's gonna have a lot of opinions about Blackout. So
yeah.
we'll be back
Oh, yeah,
probably.
definitely.
When will that be? We don't know. Sometime in September, we'll have a video out about
Yeah,
that.
they didn't give a specific date on that, did they? They just said September.
Yeah.
It just says September.
All right.
Let us know in the comments if you guys like what your thoughts were of the Black Ops 4 beta, and also put in the comments below like who your favorite specialist was or your favorite weapon or so forth. So yeah, I want to just thanks JG, thanks Siggy, thanks for dropping by and giving your opinions. And for more footage or thoughts on Black Ops 4 and Battle Royale and ways Fortnite can die, check out the GI channel and GameIlluminati.com. All right, peace out guys. Stay enlightened.